Oh, um, that's a difficult one. It was a difficult one for us because I, I just thought it was time. You know, we, we tried to, I think we started the right process like a little late, which I think was something we failed at, but we'll learn from. Um, at some point, you know, like I think there needed to be um, some separation where he goes and learns something, you know, like different somewhere else. Because on the part of the talent, you know, like I think we got that right. He's a real talented kid, you know, like uh, but in the process, you know, we got the D League team a couple years later. Is this a question for me where he should have stayed, you know, like over, and then just some little things that Bruno needs to deal with that I think he'll get better at. But at the end of the day, I thought this was better because even where we are with our young guys, for where he is to come and try and like break through was like it would have been like a challenge for him. And obviously, this was a decision-making year for us in terms of going forward.
And what benefit do you guys get? I mean, it looks like there's a distinction in the salaries between the two players. Do you have strong feelings about Malachi Richardson?
I didn't mean I really, yeah, we take financials into consideration, but we're looking at talent first and foremost. I think that's the way you look at your team, and regardless whether it's next year, however we have to fill up our roster, we're going to have to do it with whether it's minimum guys or young talent, and we thought this was a talent that we would Malachi is a guy who would take a chance on and see where it goes. He fits, you know. I think he fits our programming, well, how we're trying to develop long wing, can shoot it, and how does that translate now?
How active were you in other discussions, and how close were you to anything else?
The trade deadline is for you guys, to be honest. It's a bunch of BS, you know, like that. Everybody thinks you're so busy and you're sitting down waiting on calls on your phone, you know, like and it's not that crazy in my opinion, you know, like, but it can get crazy for like 15 minutes, you know, like that's just the way it is. And it seems so like tensed up, and it's honestly it's really not like that, you know, like. But if you're involved in something and you're working on it, then yes. Other than that, yesterday for like 5 hours we were quiet. And then the 3 days before you stay up all night, you know, like, and you're quiet most of the time, you know, like, so I don't understand the chaos sometimes.
Obviously Cleveland, you know, they went for it. It looks like. What's your interpretation of their moves?
You know, in my opinion, they still are one of the best players in the world. You know, like and whether they had the old team or this team, you know, like I feel it's the same. You know, like he's the constant. You know, and that's the way I feel about it. You know, like all the chaos that was being made about them this and them that. You know, like I don't see that, but on the overall, we have to look at ourselves and our focus, you know, like on what we're doing rather than what other people are doing. Because if I remember in the summer, it was the same thing when that deal was done in the summer. Everybody went crazy that those two teams have, you know, like now it's between them and blah, 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 you know, like, and this is the NBA, you know, the reality of the NBA is we're built around chaos and drama. We deal with it every day, you know, like, and more drama is coming, you know, like there's plenty more drama coming and we have to deal with it, you know, like, so for now, we'll deal with the ones we have.
Do you expect to be active in buyout, seeking players who are getting buyouts?
We'll see. You know, like we've looked at. Obviously, it has to happen first. You know, like I can't comment on that, but yeah, it's going to be, I think, a more active buyout market than it has ever been. It looks like so. We'll see. You know, we'll see how our team continues to go, and The one thing I'll say is, you know, like we it's a process for us. It's a growing. I keep saying this, and I know it's old for everybody, but it's a growing process. We have to figure out how to fix, you know, as we go. And some of these fixes are not like immediate, you know, like, and there's some impact that will have on our team where, yes, you can get help, and there's sometimes where that help is not, you know, like, it's not necessarily like that positive, you know. So between now and then, I think we'll make that judgment.
You know you can't talk about players, but you have in your mind an idea of who might get on the market? I know you and Bobby would have looked around the league at how many players would be out there?
You know, we made a list yesterday, but I can't tell you. You know, like I'm not allowed to mention names, anyways. But it's open. I think there are going to be a couple of surprises. You never know. You know, like and then I think there obviously there are a couple obvious names. You know, like that are out there, but. We'll see. We'll continue to discuss with the coaches, see our team, and see what we need.
Does it, would you only look at NBA players? Like, are there players in Europe who might have some easy outs, etc., that you might be looking at as well?
Why you gotta tell our secrets? Hey, we look. Yeah, they're not. Every team is there. We look everywhere. You know, like that's the reality of. How the NBA works now, and you have to, and I think I'm proud that we're well equipped to do that. You know, our guys are all over the place, so we'll see how that goes too.
How confident are you, if there is someone you want, that you can sell them on this being a situation they'd want to come to pretty quickly?
I have no doubt. You know, like that. There's no issue there. Zero. It's not even like I don't think it needs to. There's no question in my mind, you know. I don't need to go through whether it's winning situation, culture, city, blah blah blah. It's getting warmer. Yeah, for the buyout guys, it's getting warmer.
Is it always like one way? In other words, like, is it always you kind of looking to find players, or is it at the point now where people are kind of reaching out to you, going, "Look, if I can negotiate something, would you be interested?"
Yeah, definitely. People seek your situation, you know, like, and I think that's a positive, you know, like. But I think it's in all situations, all teams, you know, like. Obviously, agents are going to look at it, and players are going to look at it and see, hey, I fit here. There's a position open here, or whether it's financial, I don't know, you know, like they're just different things that fit, and yeah, we are approached in many ways, as you see. Sometimes players will pick, you know, like teams and stuff, and it'll be mentioned that, hey, so we'll see.